Should I tell my friend that I slept with her boyfriend many years ago before they started dating? This is tricky. I've had a really good friend since childhood. We have grown apart here and there and then rekindled our friendship. We recently started hanging out again and I'm so happy and I've missed her. I've learned that she recently started seeing a guy we both went to high school with. I went to university with him and we had a one-night stand and slept together back in school around 8 years ago. Should I tell her? I don't want to make her feel bad or uncomfortable, but I also don't want her to find out down the road and be upset I didn't tell her. It seems silly to even bring up because it was so long ago and it meant nothing. I'm in a long-term relationship and she's asked that the four of us go on a double date. Thoughts? Your face.
I don't know.
That is so hard.
It's also something I would just never, like, I don't think I would get over. Like,
what do you mean?
I'm sitting across from my friend who slept with my boyfriend.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's like not a thought that would leave my head. Sorry. I don't know what to do in this situation.
No, that's so true.
I don't know.
Ew, that's so true. I'm like picturing myself in that because that's like from her side, it's like, yeah, you could tell her, be honest. But then from the girl's side, it's like, does she need to know that?
No.
Does she need to know that information?
And then the whole like, she's going to find, like, no, she's not going to find out later.
Unless he tells her.
I feel like that's not something a guy definitely would not say that, I don't think.
Okay, maybe not.
I feel like guys are more secretive than girls.
That's true.
So that's not something he would slip up on.
Oh my God, that's so awkward.
That's really awkward.
I do think though, if you didn't tell her and then she like found out later and was mad, you could be like, I hooked up with a lot of people in college and they all meant nothing to me.
Right.
So it didn't, like, I didn't think it was important to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell you because it meant nothing and I forgot about it or something like that. Like, you could be like, oh, I did.
Right.
Couldn't tell you. I forgot. Although that's a lie. But
yeah,
at the same time, like, it does mean nothing. And you probably would have never thought about it again if the guy wasn't dating your friend.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
I think don't say anything.
Okay.
I just think you're creating more problems that way.
Yeah. Or make a podcast, have your friend on as a guest, bring up the situation.
Yeah.
Or like if you had a boyfriend, would you want to know if he had slept with one of your friends one night stand 8 years ago and see what she says?
Yeah.
And then if she says, yes, I would want to know, then on air, tell her because she can't get mad at you.
And go viral the next day.
Yeah.
And then sign with a talent agency.
Move to LA.
We just solved
Manager, talent agency, move to LA, reality show. You're
Period.
done.
Period.
You're set for life.
Yep. There you go. I stand by. Yeah.
It would eat away at me though. Well, maybe it wouldn't.
I don't think so. If he was just like one of many in college, I don't think it would. It's 8 years later. No, I don't think it would eat you.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, even if it was more than once, I kind of think sometimes people feel like if they've hooked up with someone, they kind of feel this like pride over it and like they have some part of you, whereas like you don't. Like it doesn't fucking matter unless we got married. It doesn't matter. Like you're irrelevant. So I would almost fear that if I told someone, oh, I hooked up with them, I don't know, like coming off as like I had him first, or like I got that too.
Yeah,
and it's like that is so not the case.
I think don't say it. It's just like, for what?
Because I'm thinking about like someone from my past, if they started dating someone, if I went up to them and was like, yeah, I hooked up with him, just wanted you to know.
Right.
It's like, what and for what? Like, what's the point of you telling me that?
Yeah.
Okay, I think don't say anything.
Yeah, because she's not gaining anything.
Right.
Other than the knowledge that you hooked up with him. And like, what is that doing for her?
Yeah. Like, she doesn't need the full truth. Like, does she deserve to like always feel anxious, self-conscious, awkward every time you guys are in the same room? Is that what your best friend deserves? Like, probably not.
No.
She probably just deserves to be happy and like not know every single thing that her boyfriend has ever said or done in his entire life.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was illegal.
Oh, there's that.
Unless he's a felon.
Convicted felon.
If you were dating someone and you were like getting to know them, whatever, okay, at what point would you want to know that they're a felon?
Like how recent are we talking?
That's a good point.
Am I the first out of jail or?
Maybe you're the first out of jail.
Depends what they were in for.
Yeah, true. Like what did they do?
Totally depends. Like,
if they hurt someone, I would want to know right away.
But they wouldn't tell, like...
if it was like robbery, grand theft, and they had a good reason for it, and then they donated the money to charity.
Right, like, what's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
No.
Oh.
No. What's the robber's name? Steals from the rich, gives to the poor. In the fairy tales.
Oh,
Frick.
I know this. I haven't read this story, but I think it's in Shrek, right? They make a reference to it in Shrek.
Yeah.
What is that guy's name? He wears green. Robin Hood?
Yes.
Oh my God, Robin.
See,
Robin people.
If he's a Robin Hood, that's fine.
Yeah.
No worries.
If he's committing tax fraud, but then writes it off because he's donating to the World Wildlife Fund, like, that's fine.
Like, tax fraud, you're stealing from the government.
Well, it's sad because tax fraud, you're actually stealing from other taxpayers. So, like, really, they're stealing from you because now you have to pay more to fix the roadways or, like, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. My friend works for the government, and when people who, like, own businesses, like, write off things they shouldn't write off, I think it, like, genuinely makes him sad because he, like, really cares about, like, his constituents and stuff and, like, the people that they, like, make laws for. This is a local, like, not local, but, like state government. Whereas maybe in Washington it's different. But
yeah, probably.
In local governments, I think they care more.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're stealing from other taxpayers, actually.
Boo.
So if your boyfriend commits tax fraud, he's stealing from you. And he's stealing from your mom. And he's stealing from me and Rebecca.
And don't you forget it.
Yeah.
Break up with him.
I said Robert Pattinson because there's a movie called Good Time with the Safdie brother, or Benny Safdie.
Okay.
Remember, I was Josh Safdie's muse in Uncut Gems.
Oh, yeah.
Josh and Benny Safdie are brothers, movie producers, creators. And Robert Pattinson was in this movie, I think with Benny Safdie, called Good Time. And it's so good. And the first scene is him robbing a bank, but he's robbing a bank for like a good reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't ruin the movie. So you should watch it. It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, so good.
time.
And Robert Pattinson is my idol, my god. No, I'm just kidding.
I do love Robert
He
Pattinson.
is my celebrity crush, yeah.
He is such a cutie.